You're supposed to tell us when we're...
No, you just said you didn't want to know.
You didn't want to count down.
Yeah,
I'm just staring. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he already hit the button.
Yeah, man. Like,
I'm just gonna randomly start it from now on.
that's true, man. You don't know what we're gonna talk about. Like I was saying, like, so you know my social security
My
number is.
sister got me this this water bottle.
That's nice.
It's called a Owala, and this shit is so good.
Wait, is there a Harry Potter logo on it?
Well, yeah, she got me the Harry Potter one. This is, I guess,
She must hate you.
That's the
'cause-
Slytherin edition.
That's the Slytherin edition.
Nice.
Yeah. This thing is so cool, y'all. Everybody needs to get this. This makes me drink so much water because it's so fun.
Is it actually like a... What's the Slither? What does that mean?
So
God.
Harry Potter has 4 houses, 4 groups that the students get divided into in Hogwarts.
Okay.
And Slytherin is like where all the villains come out of. And then there's Gryffindor where Harry Potter goes to, and then there's Hufflepuff, and then there's four classes, 4 houses, and they get divided.
All I
It's
see
pretty
is
cool.
question marks coming out of his head.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'm explaining it, and I know he's not getting it, but I'm still explaining it
What
because I
kind
like
of millennial
explaining it.
are you?
Do you feel...
What kind of millennial are you?
millennial? I'm Gen Z. I'm a millennial.
Wannabe.
I'm a millennial on the cusp of Gen Z. That's
There's
what
no
I am.
cusp.
There's
There
no
is
class.
cusp.
They're either there or there.
Huge
It's-
cusp.
Even
yeah,
Gen
you're on
Z-
that border or on that border.
Even Gen Z knows what Harry Potter is.
By the way, so this thing is so cool because it makes me drink tons of water now. And the reason why is because, so you got this, right? The snap's open, right?
Flip
like,
top.
like any water bottle.
Yeah. And then you hit this button.
Another.
Ooh.
And then
And then
you have 2 options, guys. You can either
take a
lift
drink.
it up and drink, or this little thing is a straw.
What?
And you can keep it down and just...
That's a straw.
This is a built-in straw. That is the game changer, bro.
Now that's-
Nothing poking out, nothing going like this. None of this little like rubbery little nasty
That's
straws.
the dorkiest thing I've ever seen in my
This
life. I'm
thing
sorry.
makes me drink so much water, and it's cool because when you want to drink this in a car, you don't have to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to do
Spill
that
everywhere.
You could just kind of like, oh, I'm still driving.
That's
Oh yeah,
that's some sorcery right there. If
Bro,
I've ever seen.
it's
Nobody's
Harry
sister,
Potter, baby.
I'm very disappointed in you. Why would you get in this? Why would you get in there? So is this your new sponsor? Owala?
Owala water bottles.
Sponsor me.
Sponsor and Harry Potter. Co-sponsorship.
Well, listen, I just hope that AI picks up this as a fun short because I just want to say something. We've been podcasting for almost a year now,
Yes.
and we've been doing it all wrong.
We
should
have
been,
118 people to count for.
yeah, because we haven't.
How many
been-
of those are AI?
Hey, stop doing all the cousin stuff, by the way. Don't do that.
We said okay, fine. I won't. Those are 118 legitimate subscribers. So
I like that wink, man.
What I
I'm gonna poke your eye out.
but what I wanted to say is that AI is taking over everybody. AI, is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Terminator.
Yeah, I think so.
Terminator.
Legit.
They're gonna get self-aware.
But Rizzy, we've been doing podcasting all wrong.
Why?
We were consistent for the first time in our lives last week by posting 7 shorts and having more in the pipeline. And how do we do that? With AI, not sponsored by Opus Clips. Actually, I want to be sponsored by Opus Clips. I actually want to be sponsored by Opus Clips. But yeah, you guys, AI is a scary thing. The fact that it just cut out
I think
3 hours of work.
it's not scary right now. I think it's really dumb right now. And did you see the titles of those fucking shorts?
I enjoyed the titles of those shorts.
But they weren't smart. I'm gonna tell you that they were funny, but they
We-
weren't smart
we
because it
released-
wasn't even trying to be funny.
We released
Or
some
should it be
shorts
serious?
for context. We released some shorts out there out into the universe, and we let Opus Clips decide the titles for them. Their AI generated
And not
titles.
just the titles, but even the clips themselves.
Yeah.
We'd not
Themselves.
comb through our own shit.
A lot of them made it a more of like a documentary style title because it had to do with Nomi's life, right? One of them, my favorites was
I mean,
the
AI didn't know.
decline of video gaming in my marriage.
yeah,
A personal story.
A personal story. From gamer to graduate. Leveling up, taking care of my daughter.
These are great. I don't know why you're hating on them.
I can't, yeah.
Yeah.
How are they goofy?
Huh?
How are they goofy?
It's because they don't know that we're talking about dumb shit. They really think
You
we're
were
talking about
serious.
serious stuff.
You were
No,
serious.
I was. Come on. It wasn't that bad. It
You-
wasn't that
you were
serious.
getting a little bit
this
sentimental.
was making it really documentary style. Like we were
Like
not
60
nowhere
minutes
close to that.
documentary
It's giving
style.
you a great name for a clip that wasn't that great.
50K to half a century. Like what the hell are you talking about? Those are random ass titles, man. So yeah, no, AI is not scary. It's not taking over right now. But let me tell you this: have you all seen clips from that Boston Robotics? Boston Robotics, I think it's basically what it's called.
No, what is
They
that?
are making these goddamn AI machines, like robots.
Machines.
Like, well, not machines, but like literal robots, like human form robots. And
Really?
they walk around. They gave them an obstacle course, like a gladiator obstacle course. The freaking robot did it. Like,
is that the
it did
one
it.
is that the one that they made the dog?
Yes, that's them.
Wow.
Okay.
That's them. So scary, man. That company's gonna kill us all. Like,
That-
it's gonna destroy the
That
world.
dog looks scary.
Because what they're doing, if you look at the clips, I think they started releasing clips about what they're doing with AI and robots like a long time ago, and you can see the progress from back then, how the clip was and how the robot was to today. And oh my God, today's robots
Really?
that they've created, they open doors. They know how to, like, if you push them down, they know how to get back up. Like, they do all these tests in front of
Would
you.
you push a robot down? From the, get,
He
get up
did
and-
it. The
and
guy
smack
did it.
you?
The guy did it, and the robot literally, like, fucking got up in a weird way and then twisted his whole freaking torso, and he's like, whoop, I'm back up.
Like, hey, what the fuck, bro?
And then he was like jumping on jumping on like pads and stuff, doing this whole obstacle course, and I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna kill us.
Yeah, so the company
That
you're
was
thinking of is
scary.
Boston Dynamics,
Boston Dynamics,
Yep.
that's what it's
a
called.
company that used to be owned by Google, now owned by Hyundai, of all people.
Hyundai.
Day.
The motor company.
I don't know if I want the Palisade now.
Day, right?
Well, the good thing is, if it rolls over, it'll pick itself back up.
Oh my God.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the reason as to why AI is getting kind of scary. That's just like one scenario for our clips, right? Now let's just say, for example, it could be kind of humiliating as well. There was an AI generated photo of Taylor Swift. This happened a couple months back, where there was an AI photo hopping all over Twitter, or X, formerly known, and it was a nude-ish photo. Nude? No, it was a full-on nude photo.
What?
So
do
you were
look
searching for
for
this? Is that how you found
no,
it?
I didn't. But it's Taylor Swift. She's like the most famous woman on earth right now, right?
mean, I haven't seen it.
But no, I'm not looking.
I don't know how it got
no-
across your social
Well, she's
medias.
most famous. You search for her music, not for that.
Yeah, no, it's not search thing. It just went viral. Like this image, but it was AI generated, right? Like you can literally, like, if I went to a certain AI generator and I said, okay, make Nomi, like, you know, okay, have Nomi
Make Nomi into
no
an apple
logic
fritter.
Make a yeah. Make a no logic porn where Nomi's showing his butthole to everybody. It's gonna say that.
This is what you do in your spare time.
He's
This is what you do at
he's
work.
experimenting with AI too much.
No, but it does that, right? And on top of that, have y'all heard those AI generated music? Like,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
take your voice and your voice,
Yeah.
And you can
and-
turn it into a song.
and turn it into a song.
Yeah, people making Bollywood songs out of like Tupac.
It's crazy. Yeah.
yeah, or
hilarious.
with like old singers
But
Yeah.
it just
in new age
shows you that
songs.
this
That's
is,
pretty fun.
yeah. But that means there's enough intelligence in the artificial world.
It's not intelligence, it's just the way it was coded.
Yeah, but still, right? The fact that
Yeah.
it could be perceived as, wow, this is something like legitimate. How do you know what's real or
So
what's not?
I feel like AI it's not, is it learning on its own? Is it like when we give it commands, when we tell it things, it's like, does it actually know that, hey, oh, the last thing that you told me to do, I'm going to include that with this new thing and then do something else with it.
So
Like,
it
does
goes-
it know?
It goes off of things that's already on the internet, right? Like, for
Yeah, of
example,
course.
So basically, it's things that it's already learned.
It just,
Yeah.
it combs through it
Yeah.
real quickly.
But
Yeah, I get that.
But what it does is it formulates a brand new concept, and it kind of like, hey, this is what it is. Like, for example, I asked AI to make a thumbnail of me, but Dr. Disrespect style, and it really did. It genuinely did.
Well, it took you, and then it combed the internet for Dr. Disrespect, and it generated something.
Yeah. It did,
Okay.
and what it did, it gave me a mustache. It gave me a more chiseled jawline. I was like, "What?" And then I ended up looking
Made
way
you 2
too
feet
much.
taller.
It made me, it made me 6'8". No, but what I'm saying is, like, you can tell this thing to do something, and it's gonna do it, right? So We talked about
So
how
it's a butler.
well, almost right. But think about it. See, I'm glad you mentioned that.
It will be one day.
Perfect segue, because guess what? We were struggling when it came to the editing process of our channel, right? And we were struggling to find an editor. We were struggling to find, like, even for us to edit, it's so much time. This thing, we just plugged in our podcast. 20 minutes later, it gave us 27 shorts to comb through.
A good amount of them we were able to use.
Yes.
That's what we released this past week.
And that's crazy, right? Because it just solved the whole problem of being consistent. It solved the whole problem of editing, and we can use that time for something better. So I see in a way,
Yeah, like going to QT and getting snacks.
yeah, it's time well spent.
And getting brisket sandwiches instead of a snack.
Hey, what I decided to do and to prepare for this podcast is completely up to
You
me.
think you can ask the AI to make thumbnails for you?
You can, yeah. Pretty much.
What have you done?
But maybe it'll actually generate
That's
them.
one of the
okay?
easiest things it can do, actually.
Actually, yeah.
is make images for you.
Yeah, there you go. And I'll just
Maybe we should, because the current thumbnail creator is not really doing their job.
Hey. It's difficult, bro, making a thumbnail, because it's art. You know what I mean? It's art. You can't rush art.
Apparently AI can rush hard.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But the best thumbnail pose is it has to be Nomi.
You know why we're not getting views, right? It's because of that
It's the
one. That you put that anywhere, and we're gonna get like less than 10 views.
Go to No Logic Gaming right now and then just scroll through our videos. It's all
It's the same. It's the same image of me on almost every single.
Maybe we should ask AI to come up with some new poses for you.
It's very what is it? What's that word called? Comprehensive. It's a very comprehensive face that you can use on every single topic.
It travels well.
There you go. There you go. But I just have a question. I have a question. What do you guys feel about AI? Let's just go down the room. Rizzy, you first.
What do I think of
What are
AI?
your thoughts on it?
I don't really like it.
Because you're in the
It's gonna take your job over.
yeah, you work for big tech. I was gonna say, because you work for big tech.
If you've ever seen my job, nobody's taking that over, okay? Even I don't want to take that over. No one's taking my job because nobody wants it. No. I think AI has its uses. I do think that as it comes up, it does get smarter. There will be a lot of, kind of more mundane, repetitive jobs that are replaced. In some ways, that's good. In many ways, there will be jobs that are lost. Obviously, if it's actually able to self-learn and actually be smart enough to do things, generate its own type of content, or water bottles in this case,
Yeah.
like Nomi is showing off here.
Oh, voila.
Awala.
That's our new Final Fantasy character name. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Walla walla bing bang.
I think if it does get smart enough to generate code, not just from, say, snippets from the internet or from what it's been taught, it probably could actually be pretty powerful. Obviously, it's not in its current form. It does get a lot of things wrong. If anybody has used Google's Gemini, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When it can't calculate years, and it also doesn't really know what it's scraping together
Right.
from all of its sources. So it definitely needs a lot of work. I would probably say the OpenAI ChatGPT is probably the furthest along. But as it's going, the longer it's out there, the smarter it's going to get.
This is true. That's
But-
actually very true.
I don't always like everything it does.
Yeah.
I think it's good for some stuff, but it gets to a limit.
Yeah.
I don't like it in everyday things.
Yeah, because it's kind of taking over everything. It's like, okay, so what's real? What's your own content? What's your own ideas type of thing? Or is it just ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Because you can literally tell ChatGPT, hey, can you give me a script for this YouTube video I'm doing? And it writes everything for you. Right? So it's like, okay, so what did you even do? Where's your creativity? So,
Yeah.
I'd say my biggest fear is that kids, born now, who will grow up with this, they won't ever have to do any tests that we had to do manually.
I mean,
Back
yeah,
at a
that's,
time.
That's kind of the kids right now saying, "What? You didn't have internet back then?"
dude,
I mean,
yeah.
we didn't have internet back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
hate-
like, wait, you had to actually go to a freaking library?
I have a rant. I hate when teachers tell you, well, you're not going to always have a calculator on you. Well, guess what? I fucking do. I always have a calculator.
That is a
on me.
millennial talking right there. That right there is a millennial,
True
100%
millennial.
true millennial. Gen Z would never say shit like that because they never experienced that before.
Because they don't need a calculator.
I'm Gen Z. I'm young. I stay young. All right. You ain't got that
Okay,
riz.
Gen Z doesn't need calculator. They
Yeah.
ask the AI to do it for them.
Yeah.
You not him. Anyways, what? Okay.
Siri, what's 2 + 2? I don't know it.
Have you heard this thing? That AI, the infrastructure to run it it requires so much power that at one point we won't have enough.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. The infrastructure to run AI is growing much faster than our own power grid.
Damn.
So when you ask Blue, you always have a calculator, in the future generation, if all you have is, oh, I always have AI, what if one day you ain't got power? Who are you going to talk to then to ask for anything?
Ghostbusters.
They
Oh,
also
shoot.
required power for those packs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Solar power, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so I'll give my thoughts on it, but before I do, what up? Welcome back to the No Watching It podcast, the podcast whether you're not watching or you're not watching.
Can we get
My
AI
right-
to do the
to my
intro?
right-
Yeah, I think at this point.
We have right to my Rizzy, we have
Howdy.
left to my Nomi, and I'm your host, Blue Coffee. Hi. Okay, so now on to
Why is it you asked everything else clearly and you just sped through the intro?
because it's 15 minutes in, I'm just not introducing to it. My bad. My bad, everybody. But what I wanted to say was, this reminds me, and I'll try to hurry up here. It reminds me of Walmart. You guys know what Walmart is? Have you heard of Walmart?
Has anyone not heard of Walmart?
Yeah, exactly. So Walmart, as we all know, used to be all, you could just go to someone and get checked out. Now, Walmart started introducing self-checkout because they wanted to get rid of as many employees as possible so that way they can increase their margin. A study came out, and it was also breaking news, that Walmart experienced the most amount of losses in any company in history
Because of stealing?
because of all the stealing that was happening.
Makes
Now,
sense.
yeah, so, and I'm going to tie this back to AI here in a second, right? Because what they wanted to do is they wanted just a self-checkout system where you just do it yourself and we just increase profits. Because of all the stealing that's been happening, now what they did was crazy. They're now, it's in order to do self-checkout, you have to sign up for Walmart Plus, which is $9.90 something a month.
I have Walmart Plus.
A subscription.
Yeah, I have that, yeah.
Yeah, right. But in order to use self-checkout, now you have to get Walmart Plus. So now they're reverting back to everybody to go. If you're gonna steal, you're at least gonna give us $9.99 a month, and you're gonna go to a person in person register self-checkout.
Well, I think I really don't think I know they made a lot of losses because of stealing, but I don't think they really care because they make a lot of money anyways. But they also their camera system is insane. Their camera and the way it detects stealing stuff
Mhm.
is insane. It will literally, they will, like, if you steal over a certain amount, I think what happens is they call the police on you
Yeah.
to your home. They will come to your home and they have proof. Hey, we saw you stealing. Here's the video. So you either get fined or you go to jail. But it's intense in that way. And I don't know. I've never had this happen to me where I have to, because I still go to self checkout.
Because I steal all the time.
I still go to self checkout without having a subscription thing. I do have it, but it's not like I put my
I think
number
some
in.
Walmarts are. I saw
Okay, some
online.
Walmarts
I
have it.
think
Okay,
some
okay.
Walmarts are
Because the one nearest doesn't have it yet. I don't
Okay,
think so.
yeah.
Yeah, because I went there
Yeah.
and they only have self checkout.
But you see
Yeah.
what they're doing is that sure, the camera system's there, but like they're still doing a system to revert back to humans taking over
Yeah.
that thing, right? So
Sure.
that's what kind of it reminds me of AI. We're going way towards artificial intelligence, and we're kind of weeding out the human aspect of it. But then it's like, oh no, now this is tipping over. The scale's too much. We need humans back in, right? I'm thinking something like that may have.
I mean, in 5 to 10 years, there's going to be like no truck drivers. It's just going to be all automated.
That's
you're gonna-
only if they can actually get those things to work properly.
I'm sure in the next 5 to 10 years, they'll have something in place where it's just, if not all, most will be automated.
Would you trust driving next to them?
No, absolutely not. I would be freaking horrified. But hey, a company is going to do whatever it can to maximize profits. And
Well, they're trying to do the same thing with planes, right?
Oh shit! Really?
Air-
Well, I mean, what do
Airbus
pilots do
say-
really?
well, one of the largest aircraft manufacturers, Airbus, actually had a demo that they showed. I think it was called like Project Dragonfly or something like that. And basically, right now you have 2 pilots in each plane, and they wanted to cut it down to 1, and the computer would take care of the rest.
Jeez.
With the eventual plan to just have no pilots at all. But
That's
would you
insane.
trust getting on that plane?
No, I wouldn't.
And
I
what were
guess
your-
I wouldn't.
And what were your
Yeah, I mean, there's no. I mean, I don't have really any thoughts. I just think it's gonna slowly take over people's jobs. It's not smart enough right now. It's not a threat right now. It doesn't do anything right now. It's actually very dumb sometimes, most of the time, and it hits randomly. It's like, oh wow, you did create this masterpiece or whatever.
Mhm.
But it's a work in progress. Like the internet was a work in progress.
Still
back then.
is.
It still is, but it's from where we started to now. It's obviously huge, right? And that's what's going to happen with AI. It's going to be the new revolution in technology moving forward. Are we going to turn into the Wall-E Pixar movie where people are they just have screens in front of them floating around? Maybe
Wall-E.
that might happen.
That's hilarious.
Might happen, but hey, it just I feel like the human interaction is required. It needs to be there, and the United States being a capitalist state,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see human interaction becoming a thing in the future. It's all about big companies, big corporations, and maximizing profits.
Yeah, but as we've seen in history's past, all things come to an end, and that includes big companies, as it turns out.
Yeah, well, right now they've basically taken over the United States, so that's all I'm saying.
May not be forever though. But
Yeah.
that was
Disgusting.
that was a good point you brought up about the cameras.
Yeah.
And how they watch what you scan.
Oh my
They
god.
also do that using the weight sensors. So if you were to
Okay.
say purchase something but it doesn't match up, they also know.
Yeah.
And
What's the quality of the cameras?
cameras are pretty high quality,
Like
and
720?
the weight sensors are, they're regulated.
Like 720p?
No, it's beyond that.
Beyond that,
Yeah, they're HD.
Impossible.
They're HD cameras now in the
20p
latest
is
self
HD.
checkouts.
Their cameras are better than your streams quality.
And they get more viewers.
Anyways, thank you for watching this episode of the Not Watch Game Podcast. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and comment down below. Last but not least, don't forget to ring that bell icon and turn on. Wait,
Follow, share, subscribe. Did you say any of those?
No. Oh, and subscribe
Okay.
and comment down below.
I didn't
Yeah,
count for you, my bad.
Comment down below if you want AI to do the outro as well.
Yeah, and the intro.
I'm crumbling here. Listen, I go between my channel and this. All right?
Hey, look,
There's
we
difference.
found a use for AI.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
Like, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch all
It's
of you.
gonna take Blue's job over in the next podcast. Watch a robot be here. Yeah. Still recording. By the
Yeah,
way.
it
You wanna
is.
pick that up. Yeah.
You're supposed to end it, Rizzy. You're
No, you're not
missing-
supposed to end it. We
you're-
do that after the little thing. Remember?
Yeah.
We have a
Oh.
little thing in the end. We always
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Guys, guess what? We haven't recorded in so long. You don't even remember.
I really haven't.
I need AI. Get replace this.
AI.
AI. That's who I named my AI 8i.
AI.
Oh,
That's a trademark. Don't even try,
Yeah.
people.
Don't even-
AI is
don't even-
mine.
Don't you dare even try it.
8i is a registered trademark of No Logic Gamers.
I don't like this at all. That's pretty good. I don't like that. I don't like this.
Nobody cares.
It's so stupid.
I want to know if AI came up with that design.
I'm sure it did.
Could be.
Oh, voila!